Welcome back to Soulful Energies, the channel where we explore psychology, emotional healing, and self-awareness. Today, we're uncovering one of the most manipulative yet often misunderstood behaviors: how narcissists control you. Narcissistic control doesn't always look like screaming or obvious abuse. Often, it's subtle, calculated, and can go unnoticed until you've lost your sense of self. I know this because I've experienced it personally, and until I learned these tactics, I didn't even realize how deeply I was being manipulated. In this video, I'll explain 5 powerful psychological tactics narcissists use to control you, how they rewire your brain and emotions, and most importantly, what you can do to protect yourself. Stay with me until the end, because awareness is the first step to breaking free and rebuilding your inner strength. The first tactic, and arguably the most damaging, is gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone manipulates you into doubting your own memory, feelings, and sanity. Here's how it sounds. You tell them they hurt you. They respond, "You're too sensitive." You remember something clearly. They insist, "That never happened." You confront their behavior. They say, "You're imagining things." Over time, this psychological warfare makes you question yourself so much that you begin to trust their version of reality more than your own. This is exactly what they want. When you're unsure of your own truth, you're easier to control. I remember once questioning if I was overreacting because this person would calmly tell me my feelings weren't real. That confusion kept me stuck for years. Red flag. If you feel like you need to double-check your own memories or constantly seek their approval to know what's real, you're likely being gaslighted. The second tactic is a psychological cycle called love bombing, followed by devaluation. In the beginning, narcissists overwhelm you with affection, praise, and attention. They'll say, "You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I've never loved anyone like this." They might buy you gifts, call or text you constantly. This feels like a dream come true, but it's actually the hook. Once they feel secure that you're emotionally attached, the mask slips. Suddenly, the compliments turn to criticism. The attention becomes distant. You feel like you're doing something wrong, trying desperately to win back that original love. This is psychological conditioning, a push and pull dynamic similar to addiction. Your brain releases dopamine during the love bombing phase, then crashes during devaluation, making you crave their approval like a drug. Red flag. If your relationship feels like a roller coaster of extreme highs and lows, where you're always chasing their affection, you're stuck in this toxic cycle. The third tactic is isolation. Narcissists know that as long as you have strong connections with friends and family, you have emotional support and perspective. That makes you harder to control. So they slowly, often subtly, separate you from your support system. They criticize your friends or claim they're a bad influence. They make you feel guilty for spending time with family. They might even create fake stories or conflicts to turn you against others. I remember canceling plans with friends repeatedly because this person would guilt trip me with, "I thought you loved me. Why would you choose them over me?" Soon, your world becomes smaller and smaller until they're the only one you rely on for connection, validation, and information. Red flag. If you've stopped seeing friends or family as much and feel isolated from people who care about you, this may be a deliberate control tactic. The fourth tactic is emotional manipulation and guilt tripping. Narcissists are masters at twisting situations so you feel responsible for their behavior. Examples. They lash out. You hear, "I wouldn't yell if you didn't make me so angry." They cheat or lie. They claim, "You pushed me to do it." You try to set a boundary. They respond, "Wow, you must not love me." This constant guilt tripping rewires you to believe their feelings and happiness are your responsibility, while your own needs are ignored. Sometimes they play the victim to trap you further. "Everyone always leaves me. You're the only one who cares. If you ever left me, I don't know what I'd do. Maybe I'd hurt myself." These statements create emotional blackmail, making you afraid to upset them or leave, even when you're unhappy. Red flag. If you find yourself constantly sacrificing your peace just to keep them stable, you're stuck in their emotional control web. The final tactic is using fear and punishment to maintain control. This can look like silent treatment. They suddenly ignore you for days, leaving you anxious and desperate to fix the issue. Threats. "If you leave me, you'll regret it." or no one will love you like I do. Intimidation. Subtle or overt actions that make you afraid to challenge them. This keeps you in a constant state of hypervigilance, never knowing when they'll withdraw affection or explode. In psychology, this creates a trauma bond, where fear and occasional kindness keep you emotionally trapped, much like hostage situations. Red flag. If you feel you can't be honest or make choices freely because of fear of punishment, you're under narcissistic control. Let's recap the 5 psychological tactics narcissists use to control you. Gaslighting, making you doubt your reality. Love bombing and devaluation, creating an emotional addiction. Isolation, cutting you off from support systems. Emotional manipulation and guilt tripping, making you responsible for their feelings. Fear-based tactics, threats, silent treatment, and intimidation. Understanding these tactics is life-changing. Once you see the patterns, you can't unsee them. And that awareness is your ticket to freedom. If you've recognized any of these signs in your own life, know this: you are not weak, you are not broken, and you deserve a relationship built on love and respect, not control and fear. Comment below if you've experienced any of these manipulations, or if you want to share your healing journey. Like this video if it opened your eyes, and subscribe to Soulful Energies for more psychology insights, emotional healing, and tools to reclaim your power. Your energy is precious. Protect it, heal it, and never let anyone take away your truth.